and heightened intensity here because both teams come in ranked in the top 10. And the Ducks will kick this deep to start us off. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. He'll be tackling at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense is on the field for the first time today. Let's check the impact players in this game, guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Back to throw. It's Mendoza. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Same tailback, another carry. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled them at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to see a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that first down marker. Instead, we got a fourth down decision.
The Hoosiers will bring their punt team onto the field. That's the first punt today for the offense. And it's taken at the 25. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Ducks offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. So here you go, an elite running back, Kirk, who's noticed on tape that the defensive front seven has struggled at times. He expects to have a big day.
Yeah, I think he should expect to have a big day because if he gets to that second level of this defense, he can not only avoid these linebackers, he has the ability to accelerate and get to the end zone. So this defense better do a very good job of squeezing this running back or it could be a long day. Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Looking downfield, it's Moore. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Now that one didn't go anywhere. They're lucky he even made it back to the line of scrimmage. That one looked bad from the start.
The offense now looking at a third and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. They try to sneak it for the first. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator to go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the first down.
The Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Bryant. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Bryant. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Caught in the backfield. It's Bryant. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Second down coming up.
Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Dropping back. It's Moore. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. He's swarmed by the defense. Here we go. 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Hughes. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
The Ducks will line up here on 1st down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Looking for a gap. It's Hemby. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Quick throw to his receiver. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And he takes it at the 40. And he's brought down immediately on that one. Had a gutsy to try a return, but the coach may have preferred a fair catch. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Hughes. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Good enough for 1st down yardage. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this 1st down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the 1st.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. That completion sets up a 2nd down play. Back to pass. It's Moore. Looking for his big tight end. What a catch! That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move his sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. So hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Looking to chuck it again. Quick throw over the middle. Touchdown, Ducks, as they put 6 more on the board.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Looking for the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And the Hoosiers are in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, just across the goal line.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Dropping back. It's Mendoza. Caught over the middle. It's Hemby. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Oh, they trap him for a sack. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after him.
And it's good, right down the middle.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. And looking to throw now on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Bryant. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Caught over the middle. It's Bryant. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
The Hoosiers will kick this deep to begin the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the... Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, let's face it. They dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. To the air. It's Moore. Catch made on the out route. They stop him, but it's a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
When When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Quarterback keeps the football. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, the quarterback, to me, looked like his timing and rhythm just off a bit there on this option. Picked up some positive yards, but not able to get out in the open space and get a first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The Ducks pick up enough for a first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
And the Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Defense is coming after him. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
At first down, sack a surprise and moves him back into fringe field goal range. What can they do on 2nd and long? Quarterback still with the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
So 2 losses in a row puts him in a tough spot. 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Moore. Pressure is coming. Contact as he let the ball go. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Grab behind the line. It's Casper. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He's running out of time here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Chris, this is what makes this quarterback so dangerous. There's just only so much a defense can do to contain him. He is so fast. You can plan for it all you want, but planning and the execution are 2 different things.
And now here comes the point after attempt.
Is on for the extra point.
No problem on the extra point, and the lead is 21-3 now. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And they got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's review how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
That completion makes it second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Hemby. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Looking to throw yet again. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Fires it to the wideout. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He lets it go. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Now, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
On first down, it's play action. Touchdown, Indiana. They finish off the scoring drive.
Touchdown, Indiana. Number 13. Catching school.
Extra point try coming now.
On for the extra point.
They make the extra point, but trail 21-10.
That makes the score Oregon 21.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Leaning on the run game here late. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Looking for some space. It's Hughes. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with is defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Receiver makes the grab.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, trying to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
It's 2nd down after that completion. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. And it's caught on the crossing pattern. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, the defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made by the tight end on a corner route. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. 1st down to the 48.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
And the Hoosiers with 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw again. Pass complete on a crosser. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
Now it's 2nd down here. And he drops back in the gun. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back. It's Mendoza. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown. Could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game. It's victory formation. The quarterback will kneel down. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.